Hello and welcome to Queensland Weekender. It's great to have your company. You know, we are blessed in the Sunshine State to have some incredible marine close encounters, whale watching, dolphin feeding, and today a front row seat to witness the first steps of some intrepid new arrivals near Bundaberg. To get there, it's all aboard. I'll see you later in the show. But before I do, we head away from the coast for a couple of tempting country experiences. One involves time out on Tamborine Mountain.
From a foot scrub to a fireplace, it really does feel like a day of looking after myself.
And the other is a beautiful way to get a workout.
Good boy.
There's also the intriguing tale of this gravesite's connection with Tom Hanks and Colin Farrell.
It's a complete surprise and quite emotional, really.
So let's get on with it.
A trip to the Gold Coast hinterland can be as active or relaxing as you like. There are plenty of hills to hike to get the heart pumping, but just as many beautiful spots to switch off and recharge. And today I've clearly chosen the latter as I take some time out for me in this peaceful part of the world. Tamborine Mountain is only an hour south of Brisbane, and on a day trip here you'd usually find me checking out the shops on Main Street. But today I've found my way to the top of the road for a different scenic stroll. This gorgeous garden is the home of beauty business Jasmine Organics. For over 25 years, owner Liwa Song has embraced the organic way of life.
In '93, I came to Australia, take my father for treatment for cancer. And from that time, I realized the importance of the natural and organic living and healthy coexistence between nature and people.
So Liwa decided to create a business that would produce chemical-free cosmetics. From humble beginnings, Jasmine Organics are now sold all over the world, but she's not precious about keeping their ingredients a secret.
We're open to the public, so people can come here to see the beautiful garden, browse in the garden, to see all the plants. And we have nothing to hide, and we want to educate the public and also our customer.
It is wonderful to be able to look through those glass windows and see your scientists and your production workers in action and get a real understanding of what you're buying.
Yes, absolutely. And it's an eco-sophisticated destination. Just like a Greek philosopher Aristotle say, nature provides all the remedies that mankind needs.
In my case, it's not so much a need as a want. I did say this was a day of treating myself. Thank you very much. Look at all my goodies. Thank you. See you. Have a good day. The ultimate relaxing day on Tamborine Mountain involves staying the night. And a few minutes down the road is the escarpment retreat. The beautiful mountain lodge is set amongst the treetops. As its name suggests, the Edge House is accommodation for larger families or groups that hovers over the cliff face. And if you're looking for a romantic escape for two, there are also a couple of chalets to choose from. The bathroom features a nice big bath if you fancy a soak. Oh, wow, this will do very nicely. The bags are down. I think it is time to put my feet up. And speaking of feet, I've got a very special treat waiting for me. An on-site day spa. Sounds perfect. Taking care of me today is Sandy.
This is our signature treatment. It's a lovely way of revitalising and obviously giving your feet a treat because your feet do all the work.
It's so lovely because it's such a peaceful place to be, and then this just really adds to the experience.
It is such a beautiful little hideaway. The grounds are spectacular. It's a lovely place to unwind and reconnect with nature, but more importantly, to reconnect with yourself.
Whew, a little bit lightheaded. I think that's called being on cloud nine. And I would highly recommend it. So if you feel like a treat, then check out the Escarpment Retreat on Tamborine Mountain. And Jasmine Organics is open from 9 till 5 every Monday to Friday and 10 till 4 on the weekends. From a foot scrub to a fireplace, it really does feel like a day of looking after myself.
Coming up next on Queensland Weekender, a top Queensland jockey loosened the rein for a ride through Numinbah Valley.
You relaxed? Me too. One of the things I'm most passionate about in life is surfing, but there is another sport that I'm absolutely in love with. There's no sand or waves required, but both sports have quite a few things in common. Hey buddy, you ready to go for a ride? For years, my good friend Tegan Harrison and I have swapped our favourite sports. I took her surfing and she took me horse riding, and she agrees that the two sports are very similar.
I guess when you're surfing or riding horses, no two waves are the same. Every horse is different. Everything you do in both sports is on instinct.
I totally agree. And you're also in the beautiful outdoors, you're exercising, and the exercise goes unnoticed because you're having so much fun.
I should mention that Tegan is a champion jockey, one of Queensland's best, and today she's taking me for a ride with Numinbah Valley Adventure Trails.
Here we go, big boy.
This is a trail ride Tegan's done before. It's just an hour from Brisbane and 40 minutes from the Gold Coast.
I can totally see why you brought me here. It is absolutely beautiful.
The scenery is good, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think the horses enjoy it just as much as we do.
Leading our trail ride today is David Lyons.
It's so peaceful out here, David.
That's why we have people come out trail riding to enjoy the beauty of the property. This part of the creek is called the Venus Rock Pools. Venus being the goddess of love.
Yeah.
And you can work the rest out for yourself.
Well, it's a very romantic spot.
The only thing you've got to watch out for crossing this creek is the crocodiles.
So you must be doing something right to have 7 days a week of trail rides happening out here.
We've been operating now for coming up 30 years. Our reputation with having good horses, safe rides, beautiful country, good staff, just held us in good stead all the time.
David offers a range of trail rides around his family property. 2 hours, 3 hours, even rides tailored specifically for kids as young as 4.
We opened this place up to share it with people from town so they can have that country experience.
There's definitely an enjoyment in learning about the land, isn't there?
It's an appreciation and it's something that you develop over time, but being able to offer it to people to come out and experience it even in short bursts is, yeah, it's really worthwhile.
How gorgeous is this little cottage, David?
Yeah, this cottage is where we brought up. This is
You were brought up here?
Yeah, this is the old family home.
Wow. So this was your backyard as a kid?
Very much so, yes.
Do you know what I call this country, David?
What's that?
Daydreaming country.
It is. Yes, you can be somewhere else, still be here.
If you've never ridden before, or you're an experienced rider like Tegan, there's something for everyone at Numinbah Valley Adventure Trails, including billy tea and damper at the end of every ride. They also offer camping by the river. It costs just $10 per person. Kids under 5 are free and dogs are allowed.
Well, you were right. It's good damper.
Sensational. So, Liz, when are you taking me surfing?
It has swung my way again. Well, get the boards ready for the weekend.
Sounds good.
After the break, capturing the perfect image of a southeast Queensland sunrise.
The golden age of the morning, it's just beautiful.
And the little country town with a big Hollywood connection.
Certainly put little old Ellora on the map. And especially the house.
Hi, I'm Sue Whiteman and I'm a photographer. Mornings when I get the chance, I like to travel around Brisbane, which is where I live, and I like to do sunrises. So I get here about an hour before the sun rises and scope it out a bit. Then I set up and away I go. This morning I came to Shorncliffe knowing that there wouldn't be a lot of cloud. I like to shoot long exposure photographs. The golden age of the morning, it's just beautiful. Here she comes. I really like Shorncliffe because it's got a lot of history, and I think the history draws me here as well. The people are lovely. Everyone's just so friendly down here that everyone will say hello to you. Good morning. One of my other favourite places to take photos is at the Story Bridge, and I could be there. I'll be there every week. People know that I go there every week because I just love it. The lights change all the time, and no two shots are the same. I don't always have to actually take the photo. Sometimes I can just stand and just enjoy what nature's giving me. I hope that people see my photos, whether they see them on Facebook or Instagram. I hope people get out of it what I get out of it. I think they see enjoyment, they see Brisbane and they go, wow, I want to go there. And I hope that that will encourage people to get out and about and to enjoy what we've got here, because it's a beautiful city, it's a beautiful state.
Sits on Queensland's southern downs between Warwick and Toowoomba. This neat-as-a-pin country town has charming heritage buildings, 3 impressive pubs, and the state's oldest soldier statue, unveiled with much pomp in 1904. Just a year later, in 1905, Allora welcomed a new family to town. Bank manager Travers Goff, his wife and 3 daughters, including young Helen. And you probably know the rest of the story. Helen Goff would grow up to write under the name P.L. Travers, and she penned a much-loved children's book that was practically perfect in every way. Of course, the book was Mary Poppins, and it inspired the 1960s Disney classic starring Julie Andrews.
For a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down, the medicine go down, medicine.
If you're a fan of the magical nanny and her creator, you can pay a visit to Mary Poppins' house in Allora, where Helen Goff lived as a child. Hello.
Hello, Kay.
Is this where I'd find Mary Poppins?
I think so.
Les and Lorraine Struthers are the owners, and they welcome visitors by appointment.
And come on through, and this is the original bank building.
Okay, I'm just going to go and pop the kettle on.
Sounds good. Thanks, Lorraine. As an architect, Les fell for the bones of this grand old Victorian house, but it needed serious restoration. What a labour of love that must have been.
Oh, it has been. It's taken about 7 years or so.
Yeah.
It's very rewarding. Now we have quite a number of tours of the house and people coming through and connecting with the story of Mary Poppins.
Just paint me a picture of what it would have been like back in the day when Travers Goff was the bank manager here.
Well, this was the banking chamber, and public were on this side and his tellers over there, and that was the entrance to his office there.
That's where you'd find Travers Goff?
Exactly.
The manager?
Through the manager's door. And we still have the original vault.
Wow.
On that side of the room as well.
Excellent. So a real compact working bank.
Exactly, and so close to home. One step away.
Yes. For visitors, it's a step straight into the past. Mary Poppins' house is furnished in the gracious style of its heyday. And Les, whose bedroom would this have been?
Well, this is Helen Goff's room, or Pamela Travers as we all know it.
And it's rather sad and touching that Pamela's bedroom's right next door to the bedroom where her father passed away.
And he was only quite young. Well, he was only 43 years of age. He had what we believe is a heavy drinking problem and developed pneumonia and passed away quite shortly after that.
Shattered by Travers' death, the family sought the help of Helen's sturdy aunt.
She rode from Barrel with her carpet bag and her parrot's head umbrella.
Really?
And put them all together and took them away with her.
But that's where Pamela drew her inspiration for the Mary Poppins character?
Exactly, yeah. That's what we believe is that the aunt really is Mary Poppins.
How P.L. Travers' troubled childhood inspired Mary Poppins was explored in the more recent movie, Saving Mr. Banks. During production, the film's makers came to Allora and asked Les to help recreate Helen Goff's childhood home.
So I actually reproduced the drawings of the house as though it was in 140 years ago, and took various photographs, and we sent them all off to Hollywood, and the builder started constructing the set in the desert outside Hollywood.
On your drawing, so
Yes.
Ella went to Hollywood
It
with your help.
Yes, it certainly did.
There's a more touching Hollywood connection to Ellara's famous family. Les has brought me to the town's cemetery and the restored grave of Helen Goff's beloved father, Travers.
The actors, Colin Farrell and Tom Hanks, and the producer and the set designers all sent over money to restore the gravesite for us.
So another very poignant link, really, back to Hollywood.
Hollywood and Australia.
Mary Poppins' house is in Ellara, about 2 hours' drive from Brisbane. And for groups, there's the option of a lovely morning tea.
A spoonful of sugar cane.
Of course, Lorraine, it helps the medicine go down.
In a most delightful way.
Meet Queensland's newest arrivals after the break. A trip along the Queensland coast doesn't get more comfy or picturesque than on board the Tilt train. In just a few short hours, you're whisked away from Brisbane CBD to some of the state's most iconic locales, like this, the stunning Glasshouse Mountains. The Tilt train is the best and cheapest way to travel up and down the coast. There are daily services between Brisbane and Rockhampton that start at just $102. Economy class has plenty of creature comforts, including onboard entertainment. And business class is perfect for anyone wanting to get some work done along the way. People like businessman Luke. So do you travel regularly on the Tilt train?
Yeah, I do actually. I use the service quite often, probably a few times a month. Travelling on the train, got free Wi-Fi now, can do my work while I'm travelling and get off at my destination.
After a 4-hour trip, I'm disembarking at Bundaberg, the southern gateway to the Great Barrier Reef. Just 20 minutes by car from Bundaberg, you'll find Monrepos Beach. It boasts the largest loggerhead turtle nesting population in the South Pacific. And if you're here at the right time of year, you will witness Mother Nature at her finest. Between November and January is when giant loggerheads nest and lay their eggs. And between January and March is when visitors can marvel at the tiny hatchlings emerging and scurrying down the beach. Oh my goodness! It is like they have just all gone, let's get out of here! Look at them! This is amazing. Every night during turtle season, National Park rangers lead turtle encounters along the beach. And our guide tonight is Ranger Shane.
I've been here 7 years and every time I do it, there's a little bit of spark in me that goes, wow. To get up that close to something so magical, there's not many opportunities to do it, and here at Monrepos, you can.
For the hatchlings, their short trek to the water is just the beginning of an epic and treacherous adventure.
The next journey is a 70-kilometre swim. Not 7, 70. If they're to be successful, they need to make it out into the East Australian current, which is 70 kilometres off our shore. Once they get in that current, they can relax and drift. But until then, they have to swim. Before their epic swim, guests can get acquainted with these gorgeous little creatures. I knew we were going to have a close encounter, but I didn't think it was going to be this close. I feel like I'm in a wildlife documentary. David will be along shortly. Nature is truly amazing. You can't beat it. You cannot beat it. Right. The Ambrock family have travelled all the way from Canada to have a turtle encounter. That's a big journey in itself.
Yeah.
Was it worth it?
Oh yeah. It's just a natural phenomenon that is just, you just can't explain it in words. Yeah. It's just awesome. And to be able to actually touch and feel the strength of them, that is like really special to be able to do that for sure.
Prices for the incredible Monrepos turtle encounter start at just $6.45 for kids and $12.40 for adults. The season kicks off soon and you must book your spot in advance. Just head to the Bundaberg Tourism website. The Tilt train has regular services to Bundaberg, and if you book early, there are great savings to be found. For
For all the info, head to the website on your screen. More weekend inspiration can be found on our website. You can also keep up with our travels on Facebook and Instagram. Queensland.com and the Queensland Rail Travel websites are always worth a look.
Well, their journey is just beginning, and unfortunately mine is coming to an end. That's all we've got time for this week. Make sure you tune in next Saturday for more Queensland Weekender. Bye for now.